so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. This is your Cool Down Thursday edition. So I'm going to take the time out today to acknowledge two players on the Indiana Fever. I know a lot of times we talk about Kelsey, Caitlin, Leah, Boston, Lexi, Sophie, so forth and so on. But after watching last night's game and really something I have been like monitoring since the off season, and I go back to the off season because it's a lot of things that I have pointed out. I kept talking about a lot in a lot of my videos about the Indiana Fever, what they need, who they should get, about what kind of production do they need. Now after the off season, they made trades or whatever, and we all know how that went. But last night signified what I was looking specifically with the Indiana Fever, even though without Caitlin Clark. But it was the specific way this team was playing that I was looking for, and it was bench play. The Indiana Fever have not had a bench since last year, and that really got them in trouble in the playoffs because they didn't have that. And we already know that Aari McDonald came into the Fever organization on a hardship contract, then eventually signed for the rest of the season. And then, we picked up Chloe Bibby, who has played astounding in 2 games that she been with the Indiana Fever, and she also looking to probably most likely sign for the rest of the season with the Indiana Fever. But I said this in my stream last night, and I said it in my recap video also. I think the Indiana Fever team is probably coming together at the right time. Yeah, it's still a lot of things that they need to work on and clean up and stuff like that. And I think if this team continues to win the way they won last night, then this team will give Caitlin Clark the much needed break, the rest, the recovery in time. So when she come back, this team will be completely unstoppable. Now, I said this to say that is because I want to give my flowers to Aari McDonald and Chloe Bibby. And the reason why I want to do that because these two have came in and have helped the Indiana Fever maintain their season. Aari came in when DeWanna Bonner was there, and she took over. She was coming up the bench. Sid was starting. Caitlin was out in and out of the lineup. But then she got to play with Caitlin for a little bit and got, pushed back a little bit. Yeah, Aari did have some up and down games. So, but last night showed why we brought her in, why we have her here. Her skill set cannot go unnoticed because we need everybody. We don't even have Caitlin. And Kelsey Milshew has been putting the burden on. Aaliyah Boston has been coming on in the second half, down the stretch, in the fourth quarter. Natasha Howard, here and there, hit and miss. Lexi playing defense. Sophie was playing lights out, getting almost 15 points a game almost, and she's starting. So then you got KK coming in, doing what she do, hitting points. Then Dantas finally got her rhythm back. So it's a team effort. It doesn't matter to me, it doesn't matter how the team wins or how they get points. Everybody can't touch the ball. Everybody can't shoot. Last night, the Indiana Fever had 19 assists. Now, everybody on the team had low assists. Nobody had 5 assists. The second biggest assist getter on the team, distributor on the team, is Leah Boston. She only had 1. And I said this to say that because everybody's looking at Aari McDonald as the point guard. But Sid Colston is the backup point guard. She had 4 assists as well. But guess what? Sid also contributed with 8 points off the bench. Aari McDonald had to do what she needed to do because the game plan was to take Kelsey Mitchell out of the lineup. They wanted to take Kelsey Mitchell away from the Indiana Fever, and they forced other players to step up and beat them, and that kind of burnt Phoenix Mercury. They didn't expect it, and guess what? Aari McDonald hit open shots. She drove to the basket and she got to the foul line. So when we say, well, she was ball hogging, no, she was playing within the rhythm of the offense. She was taking what the defense give her. She wasn't coming down just jacking up shots and just taking bad contested shots. No, she played in the flow of the game because it wasn't if it wasn't for her in the second quarter when the Indiana Fever outscored Phoenix 35-20 in that stretch because it was her. I think Bibby hit 2 threes in that stretch. She hit a three. She got downhill and everything like that. And they kind of like blew the game open in the second half, in the second quarter. We had 5 players in double figures, almost 6. We have to understand that it's going to take everybody to play. It just can't be one single person every night because as much as Aaliyah Boston, Natasha Howard, and Kelsey Mitchell were struggling last night in the first half, who was going to step up? My question is to you is that would you rather see Aari McDonald get the 27 points, still running the offense, getting everybody touches, or you rather for her not to score and the team struggle and then they get blown out and lose? Because we needed everybody. We got 32 points off the bench. You can't sneeze at that. That's everybody contributing. Everybody was touching the ball. Everybody was making shots. I'm going to show you a couple of clips real quick, and I'm going to show you. This one is from Chloe Bibby. She came down. Sid Costa was in. They was running transition. Sid cut across the top of the key, kick it in to Chloe Bibby, where she ran right in stride and hit a three.
Indiana trailing by 9, trying to pick up the pace here, and Chloe Bibby hits a three.
The Phoenix Mercury didn't expect for the Indiana Fever to run with them. They wanted to be the ones run. They wanted to be the physical one. But when the Indiana Fever was matching that physicality in the second quarter down the stretch and continually, that threw them off. The Indiana Fever went to the foul line 32 times, 33 times out of 38 last night. You can't sneeze at that. You think about this. If Michael Jordan's struggling and Scottie Pippen takes up the slack, does that mean he's ball hogging or he's being selfish? No. They have to do what they need to do to win the game, but they will get everybody involved. There's times B.J. Armstrong, Paxson, Willington, all of them, they will get involved. Same thing with the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry. If Steph ain't got it or he's struggling, guess what? Clay takes it up. Harrison Barnes when he was on the team, Andrew Wiggins, whoever. Even Draymond will have a breakout game. These are the things that we have to pay attention to. We can't just get so locked in of a person scoring some points and ball dominance, because we get on Kelsey Mitchell for that a lot. But I say this, Aari McDonald and Chloe Bibby gave us 37 points yesterday. 37 points. We can't sneeze at that, man. We got to be appreciated because this game was a very important game. And then if we had lost and Aari McDonald was struggling, then we would have got on her case and like why we got her, what she's doing on the team. So we got to be more appreciated of these players a little bit when they do the right thing for the team to help the team win, because when your best players don't have it, somebody has to step up. You cannot, not think about it. Now, here's another clip with Chloe Bibby when Aari McDonald's bring the ball down and they roll the screen and Sophie cut through the middle and kicked it to her.
Step in there by Bonner. AT calling for Bonner to come on that dribble handoff.
Here's Cunningham off the curl. Bibby, corner three. Oh, yeah!
Team's going to have to play Chloe Bibby now. She has shown in two games. Y'all don't believe me? I'm going to show y'all right quick what she's doing in 2 games with the Indiana Fever. Chloe Bibby has played a limited number of games with the Indiana Fever, but demonstrates strong shooting percentage during that time. She in two games, she is averaging 9 points, shooting 44.4% from the field, 50% from the behind the arc, and 85% from 3-point line, according to a recent article about her performance and the potential re-signing her with the team. Now, team's gonna have to count for her, but guess what? Soon as teams start accounting for her, that leaves Lexi more open. That leaves Sophie more open because you still got 2 other threes. And then look what Dantas came in to do. Dantas came in and gave 10 points off the bench too. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody's contributing. This is how you win championship basketball. This is how you win games. This is how you win playoff games. It's not always about that one individual person getting a score or setting up shooters. Everybody touched the ball in this game. And there's going to be times where these players can't get their shot off. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, like I said, I want to give Aari and Chloe their flowers because they put the team on the back. Aari led the charge. Aaliyah Boston took it home down the stretch. But the bench played a whole part because the bench gave us 32 points in that game. Without those 32 points from the bench, we don't win this game at all. I don't even care how many points Aari McDonald got. Without that, we don't win this game at all. We don't win the game at all. So we have to understand that, especially when if this team continues to play the way they are playing right now, you think about it. When Caitlin Clark comes back and she inserts herself into the lineup and she starts finding these open spots now, because guess what's going to happen? The field is going to be so wide open because you already know she's going to have that gravity. Kelsey Mitchell is not going to struggle like she did. She's not going to pick up 5 fouls in that game. Aaliyah Boston is going to have more rolls to the basket. Natasha Howard's going to get free. Matter of fact, speaking of Natasha Howard getting free, but guess who made that play? I'm going to show you.
Up to defend.
McDonald bounces inside. It's a cutting Howard with the reverse.
That's on Mitchell. That's her 4th. Good back.
And she came around on a curl screen from Aaliyah Boston to make that play happen because they was looking back door. They got trapped. The thing about it is you put Caitlin in that spot. Now guess what's happened? Everybody's focused out on Caitlin. That leaves everything on the back end wide open and to the sideline. So you got to take what the defense give you. And if they're going to give her all them open looks and the open shots and she's making it, guess what? Because guess what? One of our starters, Kelsey Mitchell, was struggling. Natasha Howard was struggling in the game. But guess what? They picked it up on defense as well. That's another thing that got overshadowed. The defense picked up. The defense for the Fever picked up. So this is why I say we got to be a more appreciated. Yes, when the players play bad or they do something wrong, yeah, we get on them. But when they do something good and help the team win and contribute in all facets of the game, we definitely have to look and give them flowers about it. We can't not sit here and just like be so critical on everything these players does. Rightfully so sometime and rightfully so not so sometime. And I'm going to show you one more play. Aari McDonald when she was wide open for a 3 because Kelsey Mitchell, they pulled out on Kelsey Mitchell.
Mitchell, Fever back off to the races. Here's Boston, coast to coast. Cunningham a sidestep. Mitchell a drive. McDonald, oh yeah!
And guess who set that up? Aaliyah Boston. Leo Boston had she had Alyssa Thomas in jail. Alyssa Thomas was running behind her. Then when Aaliyah Boston got deep into the paint, she kicked it out to the sideline, came over, kicked it to Kelsey. Kelsey dribble drive in, kicked it to Aari McDonald, and guess what? An open three. They all play their part. They all play their part in this game. And I just want to get my hats off and say, hey, these two was unsung heroes in this game. You know, and Chloe, you know, because of her addition to the team, you know, she's part of that unsung hero because she was part of the bench. They put up 32 points. You got to think Dantas, 12, Chloe, 10, Sid, 8, Lexi, 3 or 5. You know what I'm saying? You cannot overlook that. You cannot overlook that at all. That is what winning basketball, that is what winning championships about. You gotta, and you think about this. We're talking about assists now. You go back to the Chicago game. The whole team had 33 assists. But guess what? All of them didn't have over. Mitchell had 6. Boston had 6. All of them had 4, 5, 3. But it's a whole team thing. It's a team thing. Everybody can't be Caitlin. Everybody can't be CC, racking up 10, 12, 8 or 9 assists in the game. You can't. You got to play within your strength of your team. Because then when your general comes back, she's going to make it so easy for y'all. Then y'all ain't got to worry about trying to pass the ball, get assists from this person, get assists from that person. So that's just my thing. That's just my thought about it. I think the game was played very well. It started out slow. The Fever looked kind of rattled, but then they got into the groove. They started playing basketball. They started playing what makes teams a winning basketball. And you beat a top 3 team. That's nothing to sneeze at. That is nothing to sneeze at all. So at the end of the day, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until the next time, see you when I see you. Peace.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire. It's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it. So official, like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire. Sports and entertainment.